So I want to give 5 predictions for this Packers offseason, and then in a few weeks, a few months, I'll look back and see, did I get any of this right or was I completely wrong? First off, starting with Aaron Rodgers. Everyone is wondering what he's going to do, as am I. My prediction is Packers end up signing an extension, or Aaron Rodgers ends up signing an extension with the Packers, and he comes back for the 2022 season. I just think that he's going to come back. I don't think he's going to retire. This is all from my opinion. Who knows? Maybe he will decide differently than what I think he will decide. But I feel like he still has that competitive nature. I still feel that he can play at an elite level, and I think he will return. And I think he's going to find a way to work it out with Green Bay, because he said a couple of years ago that he would like to finish his career off in Green Bay, and maybe that has changed, and maybe he doesn't decide to, but I would just lean towards the possibility of him returning to Green Bay. So that is my prediction. He signs an extension with the Packers. With that happening, my next prediction is the Packers work out an extension with Davante Adams. And I know that he wants to become the highest paid wide receiver. He wants to make around $30 million per year. Will he get paid that much by the Packers? I'm not completely certain. And I know when we look at the salary cap, we are like, $40 or $50 million over the salary cap. So it's going to be tough to make everything happen. But we've seen in the past, the Packers are able to finagle with the salary cap. They could probably work out some kind of extension with Davante Adams, where it's a much lower salary cap in this next 2022 season, then it gets bigger year after year. I feel like they could make something like that work. I know that there is that possibility of a franchise tag, but if that happens, $20 million would count against the salary cap. So I feel like with them extending him, with Rodgers returning, they will be able to get an extension with him that will allow the cap hit in 2022 to be much lower than it would be with a franchise tag. And then my next prediction, I predict the Packers will release Zadarius Smith. I have said multiple times that when it comes to both Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith, considering they both have such large cap hits, and the fact that the Packers have Rashawn Gary playing at the elite level that he is playing at, I just don't think both Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith will return with the cap situation that the Packers currently have. I think they will release one of those guys to free up that cap space, and I think it will be Zadarius Smith, just because we saw how good Preston Smith and Rashawn Gary were in this past season together. Then my fourth prediction, the Packers come in and re-sign Devandre Campbell. I think that, of course, him coming in this past season for around $2 million was an amazing move by Brian Gutekunst and the Packers front office, and it definitely allowed the Packers to play at the elite level that they played at on defense, or not elite. They played pretty solidly a majority of the season. I think big part due to Devandre Campbell holding the middle of that defense together and playing at a very high level, being an all-pro linebacker for the Packers. I think they find a way to bring him back, because if they don't, I'm a lot more worried about this Packers defense. I think having him there this past season really took this defense to a different level. So I think the Packers will find a way to extend him. Then my final prediction is the Packers draft a wide receiver in the second round of this draft. Part of me wouldn't mind if they drafted a receiver in the first round. Just looking at the history with the Packers, though, I don't see them doing that. And I think that they need to get a new wide receiver in here, just a young guy who could potentially take some big steps forward, and I feel like maybe they can find some value in the second round. So those are my 5 predictions for the Packers this offseason. Let me know some of your predictions down in the comments down below. And if you guys haven't subscribed, to put up Packers content almost daily, so feel free to subscribe down below. We are on the offseason right now, so there's definitely not as much to talk about. There's not constant news as there is during the season, so I'll keep putting out these videos. And when there is some kind of Packers news, I'll cover it. So hoping there will be more news sometime soon. Hopefully in the next month or so, we will see what the Aaron Rodgers decision is. We will see if my prediction is right. I could be completely wrong. That happens, that happens. So we will see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.